All right, thank you so much for staying in the Monday Report. We've just had showers of blessings right here in Lodwar in Turkana County. It has never rained before, but it has rained right now. That's a fantastic thing for us here because it's a sure sign of blessing. You know, in every culture in the country here, anytime it rains, it's always a show of blessings. And that means we're supposed to be here longer, the origin of mankind. Let's continue with the show as always, even if it rains, tunaendelea. Kukinyesha wazime taa, tunaendelea. So let's see if I show hands. Many questions were rising. Let's start with you, sir. Can you rise and state your name and your question as well?
Thank you, Trevor. My name is Erofresh. I'm the CEO of Atunimali. A disclaimer, don't worry. The gentleman seated in front of us here is a blessed man. Every time he steps anywhere, there's showers of rain. No problem. I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
Directed to the Minister of Tourism. Now that the CC is here. One, we have on our phone Ajuma Nasanyana, who has been a model, a world model. She conquered the world. As a CEC, what measures are you putting to make sure that you tap the experience and the expertise of Ajuma Nasanyana? That is one. Two, Trevor, we have one of our own at Turkana. I believe he's an archaeologist. I believe he's the first Kenyan archaeologist pursuing a PhD in Harvard University. The only one. It's at Turkana from here. It's called Emmanuel Aoron. Is pursuing a PhD in human evolution. The CEC for tourism and culture. How, or have you ever heard of Emmanuel Aoron at Turkana pursuing a PhD in Harvard University in human evolution? And how are you putting measures to tap the expertise and experience he has in human evolution? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, there's a young lady there with the microphone. Kindly stand.
Thank you, Trevor. My name is Lapur Lokuruka Silva from Turkana Central, of course, Turkana County.
I have to mention from the onset that I love your names. Your names, what did you say your name is again?
Okay, my name is Lapur Lokuruka Silva.
Fantastic, yes.
Thank you. So I have a question directly to tourism sector, and asking this question: what are the steps the county, the Turkana County, it's taking to preserve and promote its key archaeological sites like the Kobe Fora, the Nariokotome, Lodegam, and Kalokol pillars to enhance their global significance and also to attract more research and tourism. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. There should be another question at the farthest corner. Let's take that question, then have them answered, then we come back. Pass the microphone back there. As the microphone goes all the way to the young man who's already standing out, Dan, I think you can already start by answering the questions, whether what you're doing in terms of talent and exposure for a model like Ajuma who's from this place. And any of you can jump in, Governor, you can also jump in. Yes.
Thank you very much, Trevor. That is a very good question. One of the people that we really appreciate when it comes to modeling and all that is Nasenyana. She's truly a hero to many girls, and she has. We also have evidence that she has mentored a number of them, and it is through that you realize that the beauty pageantry of this time is different. We are doing it different under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor. We are having Miss Tourism Turkana County, and also we are having Miss Ateker. These models are being trained by people that are the mentees of Ajuma Nasenyana. Those are her mentees, and because we know that Rome was not built in a day, this is our own way of embracing, embracing
diversity and also the culture for modeling. Okay.
So besides that, we are also putting other measures, and how we do it is by getting the experts, these mentors who are mentoring the models and also who are the mentees of Ajuma Nasenyana. Okay. We tap into their knowledge to understand how best they want the modeling industry here in Turkana to be done and also to be developed. Okay. So we are using them, and also we know that going into the future, we will be consulting Ajuma Nasenyana and many others and many other models in the world, because we want to rise our model industry here in Turkana to better levels and to world-class levels.
Okay. There was a question from Lapur on the steps to promote archaeological sites, but let me first bring in Governor in terms of dealing with the local expertise, taking advantage of your own local experts here. There was one, Emmanuel Auron, who was mentioned PhD. How do you ensure you encompass them?
Thank you very much. I think one reason why our artists are not really growing in this particular county, it's because we are not really giving enough support to them. We are not really rewarding them in a very logical way. I think I have directed and instructed also my teams. Like when there are competitions, like now the beauty contests that we are talking about, that will be carried on soon, we need really to be giving them a better reward. Because I was a member of County Assembly and the leader of minority in the first assemblies of the MCS during the inception of devolution. And there were times when there was a time where the competition, where a lady boxer, she was called, what was the name of, from Nakwamekuya, I know her, but forgotten the name. The kind of reward that, and it was an international fight, carried on here in Turkana, organized by my predecessor. And I expected a better reward for such an artist or a boxer. Instead, the kind of reward I saw really going to a lady participating in international sport was really not good. It will not encourage. It will not motivate an artist. It will not motivate a talent of that nature. So I think I have directed that any other time we have such competitions where we want to tap on some talent, such talent like that of Nasanyana, we need to be rewarding them. We need to put a good budget so that when they perform on something, we pay them well, so that they have time actually even to use the resource to maneuver into other talents outside Turkana County. That is one major thing I am instructing my team to be doing. I think we've been calling the key professionals to help us in growing. You see, the guy seated here is an archaeologist, an anthropologist. This one is an anthropologist. I think why we put him here is actually to try to tap his talent to support this Department of Culture, because he has the knowledge, he has the expertise, he has all it takes actually now to grow this particular Department of Culture. And also on issues of anthropological findings that we've gotten here, including the fossils of what the girl has just mentioned. I think he is well placed. And if that department fails, then the professional in that department is the one who has failed that particular department. That is how we are trying to tap on the expertise or the professionalism of our people who are, including the person in Harvard, we know him. We are waiting for him to complete his course, because very soon he will be coming out. Then we are ready as a county to really again tap on him and bring him to really mentor and guide this particular department so that we do better things. Nasanyana now she's trying to do some good things of producing some good exercise books where his Nini portrait is put on top. So I discussed with her, and there is how we really want to support Nasanyana as our key Ironese, a person who has really made us, Turkana people, be known across the world, not just in Kenya, but other places in the country. So we are trying really to to tap on such expertise and knowledge from those such artists or even professionals.
Okay, brilliant. There was a question back there before. Yes. Start with your name, sir.
Thank you, Trevor. This is my third time I'm meeting you. We are colleagues. My name is Emmanuel Ekwom, and I want to actually say whatever we are receiving from the National Exchequer is not even enough to quench the challenges we are having as a county. Looking at all the problems we have listed, one including the potentials we have, like extraction of oil. Number two, exploitation of our blue economy of Lake Turkana. Number three, on the minerals, 11 billion is not enough to actually surpass the entire 77,000 kilometers square. Why am I saying this? Director has spoken about the potential, the priorities we have, like water and all that. You need money to first exploit this so as to create or to get revenue out of it. That will, of course, translate to, making those potential profitable.
Okay.
So I'm posing this as a challenge to the national government that other than us being the second county to receive the 11 billion, we should be getting even more than Nairobi.
Okay.
Why? Because we are marginalized, and we need more and more to actually make whatever we have potential to us to be more potential.
Okay.
Yes. Number two.
Yeah.
The governor you are seeing, I'm seeing in front of us, he just came into power in the last 2 years. And you're already saying what is happening, especially on the water issues. We are having water more than even before. Yes. People are having water at their doorsteps. This is already, an indicator that we are actually experiencing what devolution is all about.
Okay.
So, second, we need to have more resources to actually exploit on the issues of education. Our literacy level is at 80-something%. The other day when the world was celebrating, 70-something%, we are celebrating 20% of literacy level in Turkana. So look, 20% is not even worth celebrating. Okay. So we need more money to be pumped into education. So for us to be, to match the other parts of the country.
Okay.
Number three.
Yeah. Very brief.
The president is coming for the cultural festival. And we've been on the opposition for all this time long. The governor is aligning himself with the presidency and with the government of the day. So this is a plus to us, and we really appreciate for the first time.
Okay.
We are having the governor who is associating with the presidency or with the government of the day. This means a lot of resources, a lot of support is coming to this county going into the future.
Okay.
And this is alone, it's a plus to us.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. And Governor, is that where the issue is, that there's not enough resources? And I'd like to hear what Eregai and Ekale have to say about that. Because Emmanuel is raising a concern that Turkana being the biggest county in the country, then you need more resources as opposed to what you're getting from the Exchequer.
Okay, I think it is indeed very true that the kind of resources, but of course, first we need to appreciate. There was a time during the district's time when this county used to get less than 400 million Kenya shillings. But because of devolution, which some of us really participated in ensuring that it has come, we've gotten that share. But what Manu is really putting across is the fact that this county was marginalized. We did not grow together with other counties. So for us to finish our basics, we need 11 million to finish our basics. But for us actually to now match the entire tribes in this country who have gone ahead of us many, many decades ago, we need like another 100 billion in order for us actually to cope up with other tribes that have really exited from even pastoralism and gone to agro-pastoralism. You see now what Museveni is trying to or the targets of Museveni in the next 15 years is to do away with pastoralism and get into, to put its people into agro-pastoralism. And he wants to pump a lot of money or resources to the pastoralists communities so that they change their livelihoods and do other better things than rearing of livestock, which actually is reared in because of prestige and other things. But we are trying as a county, devolution has really changed Turkana. With that little 11 billion, you are able, the kind of stories you hear about Turkana that have really negated even our own belonging as Kenyans. In fact, it has changed a little bit because we can now do some better roads. We can now put up some water. We want to recommend the initiators of devolution because that has really also changed the livelihoods of the Turkana people. If more resources through CRA is put into even in the plan that they are now doing, wanting to share the little for counties, we still need more to be given according to the size of our land and to the population, because we equally have a population that it takes actually to get the money. 1.5 million people in this county is not little. We are among the top 10 populated counties in
Agreed.
Kenya.
We are really pressed for time here, but I'd like to give you all a chance, just 2 minutes for closing remarks. But before we do that, let's open the floor for just two questions, only two. Those who have the microphones next to them, there's a microphone back there with the lady, pass it back there, and then one furthest end. Yes, sir. Just two, because we've really run out of time. Then I'll give my panelists 2 minutes each for closing remarks. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Trevor. My name is Koltek Jacob Kaltamat Jr. from Loima Ward. My question is to the Minister of Tourism and Culture. We have a lot, as you said. There's much to be done. So the Minister of Tourism, I think, to my honest observation, is not doing its best to ensure that Turkana County is well covered. Our fish here, very delicious. We have Kapel from Loima, one of the sites to be explored. So I will encourage the ministry to invest much in marketing and advertising. Second, to my director, Korobe, earlier this year, around May, we had a training with Kenya National Museums of Kenya for documenting our indigenous knowledge. So I would like to ask and also encourage the governor, the entire government of the county, please ensure we invest in our culture. Countries like Brazil and China make billions of money because of ensuring that their culture is maintained. So if we can document our culture and make sure it is copyrighted, we can still get more revenue. Thirdly, about our borders. We border 3 countries, Uganda, South Sudan, and Ethiopia. Please, our governor, if we can ensure these roads are made A1, we can raise more revenue than any other country in this country. So it's our belief that if well utilized, we can make massive rewards. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Last one. Yes, you already have the microphone, so you're lucky to be the last one. Yes.
Thank you, Trevor. I am Angole Senior Francis from Nachukui, Lexon Ward, Turkana North, Sub-County. I only have one question. As the wise men say, all philosophy begins from the stomach. We are here nearly coming to celebrate Tobonglore, which literally means going back to our roots. And my question will be directed to the CEC here for tourism and the director. As much as we would want to come and showcase our tradition and cultures here, we need food back in our stomachs, back there where we come from. Now, we also have to celebrate our traditional farming sites, because Turkana used to be producing their own food, namely watermelon, that is Namonya in Turkana. Then we have sorghum, that is Ngumwa in Turkana. Now, what is the current government doing to make sure that the traditional farming sites, farming lands back there where we come from are reclaimed to make sure that the Turkana people have enough food so that when they come, to celebrate Tobonglore, they come when they are full of stomachs. Instead of always waiting to be given. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we have a lady to close this conversation? Gender balance. Let's have a lady, at least one lady. Let's have at least one lady. Going once, going twice, by show of hands. The ladies don't want to speak. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you have the microphone. Finish. You're not a lady, but you're lucky. The lady don't want to speak. So, fine. You go ahead.
Thank you, Trevor. My name is Elba Sehoy. I represent Loima student as a chairperson, and I'm looking forward to represent Turkana County Comrades this year as a president, Tukusa. I'm posing my question to the CC Tourism. Wasiri Audande, every other time we are nearing Tobonglore, we have always had lamentation from the former Miss Tourism. Starting from the time I knew Tobonglore, from 2018 there up to now, we have always had lamentation from Miss Tobonglore. They feel they are not appreciated. They feel they are not rewarded as it should. I see to myself that it's not right that we use good money to run this contest and later leave these people lamenting in the streets. So I don't know if there are plans to make sure that we will not have lamentation in the other Tobonglore. We're nearing the other Tobonglore. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And look, I'll start with you because there's the issue of culture here, and there's quite a number of them saying you should invest in that. Then I'll come to you, Audan, as we close coming through. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think there's one question which was not answered from Lapuru about protection of archaeological sites.
Yeah.
Early this year, I participated in a task force that was sent by the president to develop a concept for establishment of Kenya Home of Human Origins Museum. And one of the things we were looking at was identification of our archaeological sites. Turkana Lake Basin is rich in fossil deposits, and we have identified them, and when we visited the president in Nakuru early this year to report back to him, we were able to tag along that gentleman who is studying at Harvard University, evolutionary biology studies. We took him also there for the president to appreciate that we have people in Turkana who are studying that course, so that in the event that museum is established, he can also play a role as the first Turkana PhD holder in archaeology in that site. So protection of those sites is something that is underway. Actually, the president gazetted a task force which is working on that. It is going to end its mission on March next year. And the president is ready to invest in putting a world-class museum here in Turkana, probably in Namorutunga archaeological site. And then protection of indigenous traditional knowledge, which we participated in April, and the natural products industry initiatives, and Kenya National Museums. We have documented and digitized intangible traditional knowledge of the Turkana people. As we speak, we maintain indigenous knowledge bank here in Lodwa. We have an ICT equipment where we have stored what we, the Turkanas, this is what we call intellectual property assets, which we want to protect. Our knowledge of making baby carriers, anapet, our knowledge of preserving meat, extracting fats from oil. this is our knowledge, which if somebody wants to use it to produce these products, we have to share the benefits.
And now 1 minute for your closing remark.
Yes.
Especially for Tobonglore, what would you like it to achieve at the end of it all? Your vision of success.
Tobonglore is not only a Turkana County event, it is a regional event, bearing in mind many communities that are surrounding Turkana County speak with us the same language, we share the same traditions, we share almost everything, and they also do participate in this event. We invite participants from Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, the rest of Kenya. This event is an international event, and people are being called upon to come, celebrate a regional cultural event, an international cultural event. Let them come home also and visit the home of innovation. Innovation, in the sense, the first tools to be used by man to conquer the world were discovered in a place called Turkana in Lomekwi, making Turkana home or dawn of innovation. Apart from being cradle of mankind, where first human beings started roaming the world, where those fossils dating to 1.6 million years were discovered. So the world is welcome back home to Bonglore.
Asante sana. Audan, you have the majority of the questions, and you can address it in terms of the lamentations for Tobonglore.
And Trevor, I really appreciate the questions, and also to let our people know that because Rome was not built in a day, and we are believers of continuous improvement, we should firstly appreciate that for the little time that we've been in office, relatively little time we've been in office, we are able to change how we used to do things. That is why I'm saying, like I can quote the governor verbatim, that even the mistourism this time is not done the same as it has been during those the yesteryears. Why? Because even how we are going to reward them alone is not the same. Like the last times you could get, they can even get a token of less than 50,000, but this time we are getting something more than that. Secondly, Trevor, we want to tap into the blessings of this girl child, the ones that are in modeling. Firstly, by ensuring that much as they are the winners, especially the first runners-up and the second runners-up, so that when before we get into another Tobonglore, in between there, we involve them in the ministerial activities once in a while, so that they can be able to learn something and also to be ambassadors of the Turkana culture and also the Turkana tourism outside there. Also, Trevor, about issues of food, I wouldn't wish to talk much about it, but I want to appreciate our elites, because now they also understand that for us to any kind of development in Turkana, we usually put it under our CIDP and ADPs. And when we come about it, we have to undergo what we call public participation, so that we allow our elites and our mothers in the villages to tell us what is it they truly want to be done to them, because the development will be appreciated if it addresses a problem in a place. So when we come up with this public participation ideas, kindly, that is the right time for us to talk about such. Also, Trevor, the last one, to also say that when we were talking about the tourism sites and archaeological sites, you remember that all of us, from the governor, from the chief officer, economic planning, everyone had something to say about a place. It means that we have not even exhausted. That is why I would wish to encourage our viewers and our listeners to go to our website, to truly look at the hills, the rivers, the lakes that will enable hiking, that will enable camping, that will enable even the safari rallies can even happen here in Turkana, the sand dunes, those, people that drive those cars at the sand dunes, it can even happen here in Turkana because they've not been explored. And the Turkana boy, something that I wish to also mention. The Turkana boy, that is an evidence by the researchers, and we have my director here and Dr. Leakey and the group that is approved that we are the cradle of mankind. So we ask people to visit the Turkana Boy in Nariokotome and many other places.
Okay. Erega, your closing remarks, because you know, Audan is put on the spot there, but we know for sure that unless there's revenue allocated for advertising, there's not much she can do. Dubai, for example, spends trillions of shillings in marketing. That's why it has the highest number of tourists. And yet it doesn't have half of what Turkana has. And you are in the finance department. How then will you ensure that the tourism of this area, enough resources are allocated there so that there's a proper marketing and proper advertising for the entire country to know there's a gem here in Turkana, as you also add your closing remarks?
Yeah, thanks, Trevor. Beginning with what we are doing at finance to enhance the activities of the tourism department, starting with the budget. In the CFSP for the next financial year, we have proposed 800 million to support the Ministry of Tourism. This is for the first time. The ministry has been hitting lower amounts, but I think there is a lot we are doing in the pipeline to be able to support the ministry, even at the lowest, to advertise tourism products. You know, tourism is linked to revenue enhancement.
Yes.
If we are able to package and advertise products, tourism products, we will in turn be able to make revenue for this county. So that one is taken care of. But again, the money we receive is a drop in the ocean. These are historical issues that began some time back. Talk of the sessional paper number 10 that marginalized some of these areas. So the national government, our appeal is we increase the allocation to some of these counties in the northern region that are undergoing slow development, so that we are able to catch up with the rest of Kenya.
And a minute now for closing remarks.
Now, for closing remarks, when the new administration came into place, we inherited what the former administration was able to put in place, and we keep on improving. If you've been checking around, results are coming out. Development expenditure, we were rated by COB as third in the country. For pending bills, payment of pending bills, we were rated second in the country. Revenue collection, we were rated first in the country. So a lot is coming out. And eventually on financial prudence, we were rated number 8 out of 47 in the country. So there's a lot of improvement to demonstrate that there is financial prudence at Treasury. Of course, with the directive from the governor and the support we need. Going forward, one of the low-hanging fruits we want to pluck is the revenue. We want to ensure that we focus on revenue, activate dormant revenue streams. Talk of land rates. If we are able to register our land and charge land rates, we will hit the roof in terms of revenue collection. Talk of hire of machines. Talk of parking, the parking lots, revenue from parking lots, and then automation. So I think if we enhance revenue, we'll be able to boost a lot of areas that need financing. Again, going forward, the issue of pending bills, we are focusing on pending bills. We want to ensure that we pay all the pending bills in the medium term. And again, the issue of projects. There are many stalled projects from the previous regime, and there are ongoing projects. We want to ensure that these projects are budgeted for, and we complete them so that the populace is able to benefit from this project. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Governor, I'll come to you last to give us the closing remarks, but Repeta, you can also give us your closing remarks in terms of the Tobong Lorry. What are you looking forward to?
Thank you very much.
And you can also invite the world here.
I think, first of all, Sir Trevor, I want to say that our cultural diplomacy has borne fruits. Through the effort of the governor and our Karamoja leaders, we sat down and we developed a mechanism which has resulted to a resource sharing agreement, which we have already agreed upon, and also come up with a MOU between Kenya and Uganda. And therefore, it's going to be launched very soon in Moroto by the two presidents.
Okay.
Secondly, I want to tell Kenyans that it is easier to come to Turkana by way of flight. You can come have lunch and go back to Nairobi.
Okay. Governor, closing remarks, because it's raining again. They have been told you're the man with the blessings here, so anytime you're here, it rains. Closing remarks, Governor. We will run out of time.
Thank you, Trevor.
Yes, sir.
I think first I will close by thanking you, or for thanking the Citizen TV for bringing this kind of show here in Turkana County. I think this is already some news that Citizen TV is in Turkana County. Number two, I'm interested in ensuring that this county gets its own revenue. And I've always been following the president talking about the issue of the plenty of water that God has given us underneath, under the ground, the aquifers. You see the Lotikipi, aside from the oil, if our water at Lotikipi is exploited, drilled and channeled all over this county, we will be able to feed the entire Kenya with all the food we need within the environment of Kenya.
All right.
Number two, I think we have a freshwater aquifer here.
Yes.
We are going to utilize it in our own food production within here, and also ensuring that our people within this particular municipality, we have two municipalities so far since I came in. We have the Roda municipality, we have the Kakuma refugee municipality, because we are one of the counties that harbors the largest population of refugees in Kenya and also in Africa. I think we will be so much interested in utilizing our we have about 7 aquifers in this county, which I'm appealing to the national government, because aquifers belong to the national government. Just the same way the oil and petroleum and gases belong to the national government. Let them really pump a lot of resources and billions into the exploitation of the Lotikipi, exploitation of Kaherit's aquifer, and also many other aquifers, including this freshwater aquifer within Loda. That will, the money we are talking about, these revenues we are talking about, that is really making us lag behind other tribes in Kenya. We will be having all the money that Kenya will be borrowing from Turkana, Turkana County, instead of us.
Thank you so much, Governor.
Thank you.
Thank you all for making time, ladies and gentlemen, led by His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Kamais Lomurkai, the County Governor for Turkana. Asante sana. Peter Ripete, County Secretary, Head and County Public Service, Dr. Michael Ekidor Erigai, County Executive Committee, Member of Finance and Economic Planning, Audan Lea Lokala, County Executive Committee, Member for Tourism, Culture, Natural Resources, and Climate Change, Samuel Ekale Ekitela, County Chief Officer for Economic Planning, and Boniface Lokale Korobe, County Director for Culture, Heritage and Arts. Thank you all. We wish you all the best during the Tobong Lore event that is coming up during this week. And thank you all for making time this evening as the blessings come down with us. This is where we close the show. This has been the Monday Report. Special thanks to Stegra Hotel for hosting us here tonight. We say good night and God bless.